Kool-Aid Jammers. Best fifth grade squad in the nation, homie.
Before Lonzo Ball would be drafted second overall in 2017 and find himself a home with the LA Lakers, making his father Lavar a very happy man. Before Lonzo dropped his own shoe line for the absurd price of $500 a pair. Before Lonzo Ball would get traded to the New Orleans Pelicans along with Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart. Lonzo would make appearances on TV shows like Fuller House, Dropping Cash LA, and release an album in 2018 appropriately titled Born to Ball. Lonzo Ball's actually pretty serious about his rapping. The dude has put out a handful of music videos and a lot of them have millions of views on YouTube. Now he's also admitted that his celebrity lookalike is Drake. I've seen some memes online that say he's Drake plus Screech and that equals Lonzo, which, you know, might be more accurate. But to be fair, the kid, he's got some bars. He's also got millions of bucks in the bank, a globally recognized brand, and well, he's also got a young family with him and his high school girlfriend Denise Garcia. Well, they welcomed a baby girl. They named her Zoe. Now, at just 21 years old, Lonzo Ball, he's got a lot going for him. Except the family plan to have all three of the Ball brothers play together on the Lakers. It just don't look like it's happening right now. Next season, he'll find himself in New Orleans, and with the team having won the draft lottery, well, they might have a team of young champions on their hands. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see how that all plays out. But for now, let's take another look at his come-up story. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden updating you on the life and career of Lonzo Ball prior to fame. Here for you, of course, and before they are famous. Now, with the 2019 NBA Championships just behind us and the draft just a day away, well, we've been hitting you guys with a ton of basketball-focused videos. Now, yesterday we dropped The Rich Life on the youngest Ball brother Melo, so be sure to check that out after you watch this one. Keep your requests coming in for who else we should document next. Damn, I messed that up! And I was so close! Whatever. Let's just roll the intro.
Before they're famous.
Before they were famous about.
That was a pretty good video.
I like this guy.
McCrudden, you did a great job.
Michael is never wrong.
So damn, that was cool. How did he know that? Whoa!
My dad said the first thing that came to my hand was a basketball, and ever since then I just stuck to it, and I get better every year.
Lonzo Anderson Ball was born on October 27th, 1997 in Anaheim, California. The eldest of three boys born to Tina and Lavar Ball. Now, both of Lonzo's parents are former basketball players themselves, which according to his father, well, it was no accident. Tina, she worked as an athletic director for a local middle school, while Lavar, he was a personal trainer. Now, apparently the man had some kind of side hustle where he trained some pigeons. Yeah, Lavar Ball never ceases to amaze me. He has said so many outlandish things over the years, but still this is my favorite Lavar moment. Here's what he had to say when asked who would win in a one-on-one between him and Michael Jordan. Having three boys born so close together, well, Lavar, he felt he had won the lottery thrice. He just needed to cash in his tickets. So he got to work training his boys right away. By 8 months, he had them all walking, and by 10 months, he had them potty trained. Now, speaking on this, Lavar explained, I put a scarf under their arms and I just hold them up like a bungee cord so they get their balance. Nobody had Pampers on. I'd wake their butt up in the middle of the night, put them on the toilet. Their cold butt hit that seat, so it was like a mechanism. Cold butt, pissed, now go back to sleep. By the age of 2, he had Lonzo already learning to play basketball, and soon the other brothers, well, they were quick to follow suit.
Mr. 7 years old. Get some height. Oh, reverse.
So Lavar, Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo, they got to work training to become NBA superstars, and they practiced day and night. Now, his youngest brother LaMelo, he was even forced to start the first grade a year early, so all three boys would one day eventually be able to play on the same high school team.
We always talked about having our own signature shoe. We would mess around, talk smack to each other in the back all day, all night. About a brand that we can claim as ours. It was about dreaming big back then. Just like every other kid does.
Now, as kids, all three boys, they played on teams coached by their father. And Lonzo and his brothers, well, they trained playing against much older boys, sometimes 7 years their senior. Now, Lavar, he watched in amazement as his boys, well, they grew into superstars. Or should I say monsters? Now, basketball, it seemed to be everything for Lonzo and his brothers. When he wasn't playing the game, he was collecting cards or watching games. Now, some of his favorite players growing up were LeBron, Kobe, T-Mac, and Iverson. And the boys, well, they weren't allowed to collect trophies. As Lavar, well, he wanted winning to be its own reward. For high school, Lonzo attended Chino Hills High School in Chino Hills, California, and during his junior year in 2014 to 2015, he scored 25 points, 11 rebounds, 9.1 assists, and 5 blocks on average. He also signed a national letter of intent to attend the prestigious University of California, UCLA, to play for the UCLA Bruins. Now, Lavar's master plan was to one day have all of his boys playing for UCLA at the same time. Now, throughout his high school career, Lonzo, he received a number of awards, including Max Prep's Freshman All-American Honorable Mention, Cal High Sports Freshman All-State Team, and All-Sierra League First Team honors. He was also named to the 2013-2014 USA Basketball Men's Developmental National Team, and he was named the Naismith Prep Player of the Year, the Morgan Wooten National Player of the Year, Mr. Basketball USA, and USA Today Basketball Player of the Year. Off the court, he was also a strong student, boasting a perfect 4.0 GPA. Now, it was at Chino Hills where he also met his future girlfriend, Denise Garcia, who also specialized in athletics. The girl played soccer. And well, yeah, of course, we found an old clip.
It starts from, our forwards high pressing their defenders, making sure we keep them high pressed in their own area, and then our midfield did a great job winning balls.
As planned, all three of the Ball brothers, they played on Chino Hills together during Melo's junior year. Together, the three Ball bros, they led the school to a 35-0 record and a state title. With the Huskies, they were ranked as the consensus #1 team in the nation. Now, that year, he averaged 23.9 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 11.7 assists per game. Now, coming out of high school, Lonzo was rated a consensus 5-star recruit and opted to attend UCLA and play for the Bruins. I'm glad he kept his promise. Little shade thrown at Melo there, just a little. In interviews, now Lonzo, he's talked about how he values being a good passer over being a high scorer. Well, sure enough, during his year with the Bruins, he led the nation in assists, helping to make his team the top scoring offense in the country. Now, that year, he averaged 14.6 points, 6 rebounds, and 7.6 assists per game. So was named the MVP of the Wooden Legacy Tournament after his win against Texas A&M in the championship game. Regardless, after the game, he announced his intention to declare for the 2017 NBA Draft. In the lead up to the draft, Lonzo's dad became famous for his smack talk and over-the-top praise for his son, who said he believed his son was better than Stephen Curry. He wanted his son desperately to play for the Lakers, but leading up to the draft, there was a lot of speculation on if they would pass on him. Now, he was generally projected to be a top 3 pick, which meant his future would have been with the Philadelphia 76ers, the LA Lakers, or the Boston Celtics. And of course, we all know how that played out. Lonzo's time with the Lakers, things were looking good. His performance in the 2017 NBA Summer League Tournament went far beyond everybody's expectations. Ball scored on average 16.3 points, 9.3 assists, 7.7 rebounds, 2.5 steals, and 1 block in each game, along with 2 triple-doubles. But then in his rookie season, Lonzo missed 30 games due to a shoulder and knee injury. Now, there were some notable highlights, including his career high with over 29 points in a winning game against the Phoenix Suns. Now, Lonzo also became the youngest player ever to get 10 assists in a single game and became the youngest player to achieve a triple-double feat. Now, he nearly broke a record for most rebounds by an NBA rookie, but still, there were the naysayers. Being an NBA star, there were a lot of perks and a lot of financial gain. Of course, he had his NBA contract, but they also had the sale of his sneaker line, the Big Baller brand was cleaning up, and they had their own reality television show. And this made the Ball family extremely wealthy people. Now, I've gone into more depth about this in Lonzo's The Rich Life video, so you can check that out. Now, in the second season with the Lakers, that's when the Lakers decided to sign the one and only. Lonzo recovered from knee surgery to repair a torn meniscus, and on the court he switched to more defensive play. He also had some of the best game time of his career. But ankle injuries, they would have him seeing more bench time near the later parts of the season. And as the old saying goes, it's LeBron's world, we're just living in it. In a shocking announcement, Lonzo was traded along with Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and 3 first-round picks, including the #4 overall pick in the 2019 draft to the New Orleans Pelicans, in exchange for none other than Anthony Davis. And as you can imagine, Lavar, he wasn't impressed.
It'll be the worst move the Lakers ever did in their life, and they'll never win another championship. Guaranteed. I agree.
Now, this could still be good news for Lonzo with a lineup of fresh young talent and the potential of Zion Williamson in the #1 draft pick spot. And it could make New Orleans a potential championship contender. Do you agree with that prediction? Let me know in the comments down below. As for the rest of the story, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Of course, this is Before They Were Famous. My name's McCrudden. Thanks for checking out this video. Now, we've selected another one for you to watch because if you enjoyed this one and you stayed to the end, well, you must like me in this show. So go and check out the other one. Or is it there? I'm not sure. Anyways, if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. Let us know who's next in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in another video.